Today, I'm taking a tour of the Tsukiji Fish Market in Tokyo, Japan. Other than seafood, there's so many things that you do not want to miss. Today's lead-off is Kurogen, a high-quality tuna place. They might look a little bit too pricey, but you will never regret stopping by this place. They are dedicated to excellent tuna. Look at this line. They also have a location in Osaka, which is as crowded as this place. You cannot avoid waiting in line if you want to enjoy real Tsukiji quality. They only use Homaguro bluefin tuna, the king of tuna kinds. A plate of 6 sushi of lean, medium fatty, and super fatty tuna is only 2,600 yen, which is actually a great deal. The experience is priceless because it's a quality that you can't have it at any other place. This place is a stunning bar. Still, people won't stop coming here. It's a must-try when you come to Tsukiji. A5 Wagyu and a fish market. This is the most expensive skewer on the planet. A5 Wagyu beef sirloin on stick costs you 70 USD. I mean just one stick. 10,000 yen is a lot of money in Japan. With that money, you can have a nice sushi lunch at the Michelin-starred restaurant. A5 Wagyu is so delicate that it's something that you should enjoy at a fancy restaurant. People say the pricey beef on stick is overpriced or you can't fully appreciate the taste. One good thing about that is you can enjoy the best Japanese beef right away, without making any annoying research, reservation, or anything. Super expensive topping on already pricey Wagyu beef. People in Japan have never heard of the habit of eating Wagyu and salmon roe or sea urchin at the same time. This type of stall is a new business that came out after the COVID. A business run by Chinese people only for foreign tourists. Tsukiji changed a lot since the pandemic. Shop staff have learned to speak some English at most places. The majority of visiting Tsukiji are foreigners. It smells so good here. This beef ball stall is named Kitsune, more popular than any other Yoshinoya location in the world. It's not just about the taste. The vibe here is so retro from the 50s. It's a typical food stall for people working in the fish market. Truck drivers, transporters, tuna auction dealers. They need hearty meals between their busy schedules beginning before dawn. In Japan, 99.9% of beef ball stands have become chain locations. They came down here to feel nostalgic. I think this place is new. Performance on the street. This place is not a food stall at the night market. He's grading pricey steaks. It looks odd. He cooks outside and then serves dishes to the customers inside. Must be a super expensive Wagyu beef. A5 Wagyu sirloin on steak, sea urchin on A5 Wagyu. the king of livestock and the emperor of seafood. If you eat the steak inside, it's 120 USD. I think the customers here are 100% foreigners. This is a truly classic Tsukiji style. A mini unagi eel stick is only 2 USD. It's an expensive river fish. You have a whole one at the restaurant, it can be at 35 USD. I can taste better than A5 Wagyu. I think this stall is a good chance to know what the most expensive eel is like. Sharpening a cooking knife on the street. I think he's working for the customers. The knife has an author's name on it. There are several cooking knife stores in the small area filled with hundreds of sushi and seafood restaurants. They're so busy working on their customers' knives. These 150 USD Hojo knives are only for cutting fish. They're way different from regular ones. What is going on there? This is the longest line in Tsukiji. The place is Tamagoyaki Omelet Shop. It's not just an omelette. They make the omelette suck up a lot of broth so that the taste is super delicate. A small stick is only 1.5 USD. Making Japanese broth omelette takes time and effort. He needs to flip them up multiple times so that they can suck up the traditional Japanese broth with bonito flakes and kombu seaweed. Each shop has its own unique taste and texture. Why omelet shops in the fish market? Back in those days of the samurai period, when this Tsukiji market was built, egg was an expensive ingredient, just like pricey fish. So, the fish market was the right place to handle it. More importantly, omelette is an essential part of sushi cuisine. It's a tradition that people order an egg first when they enter a sushi restaurant. It says that the omelette represents everything about the restaurant: service, quality, and the taste. Pricey sushi restaurants look for the best omelette to keep the reputation and high quality. This is a sweet omelette. I think they make it sweeter for steak. It's sort of between a regular omelette and a Portuguese egg tart. I love this texture. You can't leave Tsukiji without trying this. Here's another long queue. This place is an onigiri rice ball stand. Why so many people are waiting? Just a rice ball. They have a variety of fillings, including rare items like salmon, octopus, pickled plum, beef, clam, and salmon raw. They look like old school stuff. Each one of them is wrapped in plastic wrap. Look at that. There's some super rare fish items. They can make them only in this fish market. Tsukiji is a peculiar fish market because it's located in the middle of downtown Tokyo, not on outskirts of cities like most other fish markets are. That makes easily this area an international tourist attraction. It's only a few stations away from Ginza, Tokyo Station, or Akihabara. Kombu seaweed is an essential part of Japanese cuisine. Without it, there would be no Japanese food at all. This one's from Rishiri Island, Hokkaido. It's the best kombu of all kinds. People don't eat it, they boil it to make broth. Whether you like it or not, most Japanese food items contain essence. This place is looking good. 3 bluefin tuna sushi of lean, medium fatty, and super fatty are only $8. The chef cuts right in front of you, meaning the fish is super fresh. The 3 different parts have unique tastes respectively. Super fatty tuna is the most expensive part, which literally melts in your mouth. You may not want to have multiple of them at the time because they can be a little bit too oily in your mouth. Contrary, lean tuna has little fat, which is a weak point for people looking for juicy stuff. However, you can enjoy the taste of tuna better than the other 2 parts. The best bluefin tuna has a delicate and complex taste which varies depending on the season as well as the fishing ports. Medium fatty tuna is sort of between the 2. You can take advantage of the 2 good things. That is probably why medium fatty tuna is more popular than the others. Seafood barbecue stand. It cannot be simpler than this. Just tell them what you want on the stand, and then they grill them for you before eating inside. They have everything: oysters, snow crab legs, squid, clams, and scallops. This place is full of seafood aroma. That is what they intended to appeal to more customers. I think the prices are 20 to 30% overpriced, but that is what is happening after COVID in the entire Tsukiji Market. The place is almost full of customers. After the pandemic, Tsukiji has transformed into an international tourist attraction. Customers and prices are quite different than a few blocks away from Tsukiji area. This seafood barbecue stand is a new thing that appeared in famous touristy markets in Japan like Kuramon in Osaka or Nishiki in Kyoto. It doesn't feel classic Japanese. We see this a lot in the Philippines and Southeast Asia. Whichever the style is, it entertains visitors from all over the world. That is what tourism is for. I think 80 to 90% of people in this market are from foreign countries. I heard maybe 20 or 30 different languages since I arrived in Tsukiji 1 hour ago. Eastern European, Southeast Asian, West Asian, Polynesian, Chinese dialects like Cantonese and Taiwanese, and many others that I don't know. It's truly worth visiting this area whether you like seafood or not. The vibe here is unique or maybe even weird. The mixture of international people and the Japanese retro atmosphere. Tokyo is a modern city where you can't find this traditional town other than Tsukiji. This small alley has now changed for 50 years now. Tuna shops like this place were everywhere until the 2010s. The best tuna bowl is 17 USD. You will be stunned when you first experience the real bluefin tuna sashimi. Large tuna cuts are between 30 to 60 USD. This is a classic Tsukiji fish shop. Those customers are either small restaurant chefs or sashimi cooking enthusiasts. There are several tuna kinds: hon maguro, bluefin tuna, bachi maguro, kihada maguro, bincho maguro, and south tuna. They're different in taste and texture. For example, bincho maguro and south tuna have a buttery texture. They have rare parts. Tuna's cheek doesn't taste like fish. It's like tender beef. You can't find it very often because one tuna only has 2 little cheeks. 8 cut of super fatty tuna is only 15 USD. If you order at a nice restaurant, one sushi costs you 7 USD. A large cut is only 10 USD, which is a steal. This is a Sugimoto, a famous cooking knife shop that dates back to the 1800s. They have everything for Japanese and Western cuisines. These are for cutting beef. Those are for removing tendons. 400 USD is not too expensive for this quality knife. Japanese cooking knife for cutting vegetables. Iron braze makes sharp cuts, whereas stainless are more durable. This business has restaurant items. Cedar tree is the best chopstick material. If you are using them, you are in a 3 Michelin-starred restaurant. Bamboo chopsticks are also high-end items. Tourists get chopstick rests for interior decorations. I think this place was only for restaurant business until international tourism grew so big. Customers here right now are foreign tourists. Why folding fans in a restaurant item shop? Those chopsticks are for souvenirs. This is how Tsukiji is changing into something that we can never think of. It doesn't have white strawberry at 20 USD. It's not underripe. It's new kind that tastes between strawberry and peach. 2 white strawberries are 3.5 USD. They're for tourists. Japanese strawberries have a weird taste. No sourness, only tender sweetness, and the sugar level is high. A 20 USD melon? Some tourists from neighboring countries buy them in bulk. This fish cake shop is so popular with both Japanese and foreign customers. Shrimp and lotus root, clam and scallion. Have you ever heard of deep-fried salmon or minced tuna? They're as great as sashimi. Another seafood barbecue stand. It smells so good. In 2 years, barbecue stand will have taken the whole Tsukiji Market. That is a big prawn. This place is a seafood bowl restaurant. Now they're busy with barbecue. They use real charcoal. When they grill like that at night, it looks like a night market in Bangkok. This is a famous sea urchin restaurant. 70 USD bowl? Sea urchin is probably the most expensive seafood item in Japan. 130 USD seafood bowl? They named it Emperor Bowl. 2 weeks ago, the whole Japanese press covered the crazy seafood bowl as a symbol of overpriced Tsukiji. I watched the famous seafood YouTuber's video that reviewed it. He said it's no scam. The quality is very high, however, it's not worth 130 USD. No way. People are waiting in line. This is why people call Tsukiji fish market madness. Why are they selling dried fins of tiger blowfish? Some people are crazy about drinking sake, dipping the fins in it. Remember, if you do this with other kinds of blowfish, you will surely die. This is the Sushi Zanmai, the main shop of a famous middle-range sushi restaurant chain. It's quite different from most affordable chains like Sushiro or Kurazushi. There are a bunch of other middle-range sushi chains in Japan. What makes them really popular is that they offer high-quality fish at the lowest prices we can possibly get. He is the president of the Sushi Zanmai chain. They don't look like sushi chefs at the chain restaurant. I think the main shop is the first and the only sushi restaurant that is open 24/7 in Japan. He's giving free samples to anyone he meets. Super retro bean shop, which feels like the 50s. I saw this layout and presentation in a black and white movie. Omelet with shrimp, crab, clam, and scallop. They're all handmade traditional pieces of artwork. Inari sushi with salmon raw and sea urchin. I don't think it's a good combination. Another one of those barbecue stands. Wagyu beef is everywhere in this fish market. You can try several famous food items in Tsukiji. You have to wait like 30 minutes for each try. That is a popular octopus cracker. So many people are waiting. Look at that. A cracker is larger than her face. I think it's a shrimp pressed in batter. It smells so good. Octopus cracker is not originally from Tsukiji. It's from Enoshima Island. They make it with a pressing machine like the one in the laundry shop. Shrimp is more expensive than octopus. Customers are all Taiwanese, I guess. This alley is for serious sushi enthusiasts. This food stall-like place is actually a high-level sushi restaurant. Many rare sushi items. Bottom prawn is absolutely amazing. If you have a chance, please try it. Excellent monkfish liver is the next level. The texture is like foie gras duck liver. It can be better than this famous French ingredient. Grilled kinky fish is as fluffy as you can imagine. This is a real Japanese sushi place.
这个吉士鱼很好吃的，我家附近这吉士鱼的话，好像很少见。
You can have this nice sushi set menu only for 20 USD. It's a steal. You can always try seafood bowl at the real sushi restaurants. Don't forget the shop's name, Tsukiji Market. This alley is amazing. Just across the alley is another famous sushi restaurant. Sushi Say is probably within the top 3 sushi restaurants in Tsukiji. A seafood bowl is only 12 USD. People say this is a place you can enjoy the best quality at reasonable prices. Excellent sushi are all reasonably priced. This 90 USD sushi set menu is a great deal. Real sushi restaurants in Tsukiji are also open at night. It can be too crowded around lunchtime, but you don't have to worry about it at night. Finding a salmon raw vending machine is as hard as discovering a living dinosaur in Paris. I have no idea why they put chocolate-coated bananas in the machine. It smells so nice. Bonito flakes is the most basic foundation of Japanese cuisine. You can never stay away from it when eating ramen, soba noodles, miso soup, or anything. Before becoming flakes, the dried bonito is a food that is officially recognized as the hardest food on the planet. It's only used to make broth. This shop opened up over 100 years ago in this area with highly demanding sushi restaurants. Can you believe that? They dry the fish not by sunlight, but by mold. When is the best time to visit Tsukiji? If you really want to experience this hustling and bustling fish market atmosphere, around lunchtime is the best. After 1 or 2 p.m., the market quickly loses its vibrant feel because many shops close by then. But the drawback is you have to wait 30 to 90 minutes to enter a famous place. To avoid the crowd, you can come earlier. Some famous shops that have customers working the offshore fish market are open from 6 a.m. but closes at 1 p.m. Real famous sushi restaurants are also open at night. On which day you should visit Tsukiji? Saturday is definitely the busiest day of all for sure. It's the best to experience a vibrant atmosphere, but the worst to try famous seafood items. Wednesday and Sunday are days off in Tsukiji, which is sort of tricky. It's supposed to be a holiday because the offshore fish market in Toyosu is off on those days. About 60% of shops are open on the day. Whether holidays or not, tens of thousands of tourists come to this place, so it can be even more difficult to try on popular stalls or restaurants, especially on Sunday. It's odd to see many starving people looking badly for food in the world's largest fish market. We're walking down a small alley between 2 different sushi restaurants. It's now almost 1 p.m. on Friday, so the places are less crowded. This is a popular seafood bowl shop. A bowl of tuna, salmon, and sea urchins only 10 USD. The quality here is not as good as the other places. However, the atmosphere is festive. That's why this place is so popular, especially with young people. This cave feels like a secret seafood bowl world.
So here we are.
The shop's name is Kanno. This beef bowl stand is still open. It's named Tsukiji, a very famous place in Tsukiji. 90% of the customers here are Japanese, whereas all the barbecue stands have almost 100% foreign customers. It opens at 6 a.m., the same time when the tuna auction starts at Toyosu Fish Market, just 1 mile down the road. Before 10 a.m., this place is full of fish market workers. I think it closes in 30 minutes, so not so many people waiting in the line. If I did not take this chance, I would never have it again. The menu is super retro. I'll get a beef large intestine bowl. Believe it or not, they have been referring to sauce every day ever since they opened up 70 years ago. It's a common practice in Japan for unagi eel and yakitori chicken skewer restaurants to do that. Don't worry, the sauce is always warmed up around 60 degrees Celsius, so there are no sanitary issues here. Here we go. This intestine is so tender that you can easily bite. Large intestines in Korean barbecue restaurants are so tough that you have to swallow. This is because they simmer them in sauce for hours and hours. No weird smell. I think the key is the sauce. There must be a secret to cook intestine this good. The sauce is mainly from the Hacho miso paste, which is a specialty of Nagoya City. The bitter aftertaste and muddy texture you can't experience in Tokyo. It was a hearty and healthy meal. No wonder the business has been around since the 50s. Tokyo City is dynamic, so is Tsukiji. It has changed a lot compared to 10 years ago. Who thought that this old fish market would have become so international? There's a huge development plan in Tsukiji area. A rumor says the Tokyo Giants are going to move the home stadium from Tokyo Dome to a brand new ballpark. Tokyo City is going to build a massive convention center on an empty lot where the offshore Tsukiji Market was located before moving to Toyosu. If that happens, how much of Tsukiji will be left? It's reasonable to expect the rents here to skyrocket, and all businesses have no choice but to leave the town whether they make tons of money from tourism or not. Tokyo is the monster of the capital. No one can stop the force of development. We still have time to experience Tokyo's last retro world. Rat is running. What happened to 10,000 rats who lived in and after Tsukiji Market that moved to Toyosu in 2018? Sushi Chef Show. So many performances going on in Tsukiji. It can be dangerous to cut tuna with a large knife while talking to customers.
皆様どちらからですか？ギリシャです。ギリシャ？ああ、珍しい。珍しいでしょ？珍しい。あんまりないギリシャです。ギリシャでこんにちはって何て言うんですか？
こんにちはというと、カリスペラ。
カラスペラ。
カリスペラ。
カリスペラ。おお。難しい。
そうだね。
そうだね。ギリシャ本当珍しいですよ。
そうだね。あんまりいないね。
そう珍しい。ギリシャはわかんないわ。じゃあこれ。はい。
じゃあこの2つ。だからこれは2400円。δύο χιλιάδες τετρακόσια γέννη.
Λοιπόν,
Μόνο στο τσου. Daから3600円。Άρα 3600.
はい、ありがとうございます。
This is a new shop, I think. Let me see what they got. Samurai bowl is only 3.5 USD and eatable is just 7 USD. It's so cheap because the bowls are so small. The vibe here is very good. In Tsukiji, if you want a regular seafood bowl, it's around 2,500 to 30,000 yen or 70 to 20 USD. The price really depends on what seafood items the bowl has. Anyway, they are 20 to 30% more expensive than outside this area. It's because of Tsukiji, which feels like a foreign country. Talking about seafood bowl quality, sushi restaurants always make high-quality seafood bowls. Seafood specializing shops are different. Some places are really good, and others can be either not so good or a little overpriced. Don't get seafood bowl from barbecue stands. There are new businesses coming from other countries to Tsukiji to strike gold. There are no real sushi chefs in there. Even if sushi places are all busy, there are always alternatives for you. This ritual bakery has good reviews on Google. They bake them in the oven inside. I've never heard of a chestnut paste croissant in my life, so let's give it a try. It's still hot. 2 minutes ago, it was in the oven. The bread is super tender because it's freshly baked. The chestnut aroma is so nice. The world's only chestnut croissant. If you fly to Japan to experience the real seafood bowl, this is a place you want to come. People say Sushi Kuni is the best seafood bowl restaurant in Tsukiji. Not so many people are in the line because it's already 2 p.m. If you come around noon, the wait can be 2 hours. The salmon raw is 28 USD. People say the sea urchin is the best. They're 20% more expensive than other places. However, the experience that you get will be priceless. They also open at night, so don't miss once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The sashimi knife has a long blade. If you try to cut raw fish meat with a regular knife, that would not work well. On the other hand, when preparing fish into fillet, cutting bones and removing scales, you need a thicker blade knife. There are many coffee shops and coffee vending machines in Tsukiji. This is one of the fish market features. People start working before dawn, so they need places to keep warm, especially in winter. Now, customers are all foreigners. It's 2 p.m. and it's getting less crowded. Half of the shops are closing because they're working from 6 a.m. They live in a different time zone. In Japan, 2023 was a year of boba tea. 2024 is the year of syrup-coated strawberry. Everybody is crazy about this new thing from South Korea. The shop's name is Soratsuki. No way to miss the sign in Tsukiji. They also have a strawberry wrapped in mochi rice cake. I'm fortunate today. This onigiri rice ball shop has some items before closing. No crowds waiting in the line now. I get the salmon raw rice ball. It's twice as expensive at 7-Eleven, and it's twice as large as 7-Eleven. The salmon raw is so good. It tastes 5 times as good at 7-Eleven. This is a must try. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.